I like that.
Okay, we can go anytime.
Nice. All right, okay, so it is Dan with the Dope Show, and we're hanging out. As you know, we're having some fun today inside DB3 where we're doing some learning. We're meeting some of the smart people behind the operation. So, your name for the record?
My name is Eric Winterstein.
All right, Eric. So Eric, what do you do at DB3? What's your gig?
I'm actually the chemist here. I ensure that our active ingredient, the cypress, is up to par. It's got the amount of THC that we desire in it, and actually, it's a pretty seamless process, and I just make that much easier for these guys.
Got it. So the chemist at DB3.
Mm-hmm.
So, Eric, are you happy?
You better believe it.
Really?
It wasn't, I graduated college last June.
Okay, all right.
With a degree in chemistry.
Okay.
And I didn't see myself in this industry, but
Sure.
when the opportunity arose, you better believe I was more than happy to oblige.
So wait a minute. So you got out of school not that long ago.
Oh, not even 12 months.
Okay.
I'm coming up on a year.
Right. Right. Okay. And so you're the chemist for one of the heavyweights, right?
Oh yeah.
So okay. So on a scale of we'll say 1 to 5, how happy is that? Is that a 5.6?
I mean, it's stressful.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I can give it a full 5.
Right. Right.
But I'll give it a 4.9999.
Nine? Okay, right.
As close as you can get.
Yeah,
It's not a walk in the park.
Sure. And you are working.
Yeah. Oh, it's a developing market. We have to invent things
Sure.
regularly.
Yeah.
Just analytical procedures and just techniques that are going to. There's a lot of ramifications for what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
A lot of ramifications.
Yeah.
I come to work every day with that mentality too.
Sure.
So it's very humbling.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of pleasure derived from it.
Yeah.
It's not really work.
Right.
It is work. Yes.
Sure. Yes.
But
yes.
it's definitely. It's like if it's. I don't know if I could have a job that's more rewarding.
Yeah.
That soon out of school.
Sure.
And I think it's definitely one of those.
Sure. So now, okay. So we've established who you are. We've established what you do, right? And we've established that you're happy. Okay. So right now, today, what are you learning?
Actually, a lot of what I'm learning is the business side of things.
Okay.
The chemistry background, I've almost no business. You hear about it,
Sure.
but it's always pitched as one of those things that other people do that. You do
Okay.
the chemistry,
Right.
Now because it's a small
Yeah.
startup company, I'm very exposed to the business side of things.
Sure.
And I'm actually learning that a lot of the skills I picked up in school totally apply.
It's all formula.
Beautiful. It's
all
amazing.
formula.
It's
Yeah.
so rewarding. So what am I learning? Learning a lot about purchasing, quality control,
Mm-hmm.
just what to expect from like a kind of an unpredictable consumer market. Relatively predictable, yes. Everyone loves flowers. But the edibles, it's just like, where do you want to go, and what should we be making, and how do we be making? So it's like...
Oh, in a market, right, that literally changes daily, and in turn, again, you've got some parameters you can predict around, and yet the fact is, on a dime, things can change and turn and all of that.
Oh yeah. You could come into work on Monday, and Tuesday morning it'll be like, hey, we're starting from square one.
Right. Okay, all right. See, now I'm liking this. We're learning some things. Let me check in real quick on my big list here. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. So now, okay, what does the rest of your day look like today at Zoots?
So actually, on the topic of learning,
Yeah.
the first half of today, I've actually been filling the secretarial role in the front of the office.
One of the most complex and critical gigs you will run across in any organization are your frontline people, right? And what happens is when they're doing good, they're kind of invisible. Then they're gone for a day, right? And what happens? You find yourself going, dang.
You have a lot on your plate on the day-to-day that I was unaware of.
Yeah, because again, somebody who's good, right, what do? They make it invisible.
They make it look really easy.
Sure.
It's very similar to professional athletes.
Sure.
Well, it looks so easy for them. It's much the same.
So now, as a chemist and as somebody learning the biz side, that actually must be pretty gratifying, even to be exposed to that.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was actually really reluctant to leave school.
Mm-hmm.
I plan on going back and finishing either a master's or doctorate.
Sure.
my primary focus was biochemistry.
Okay.
So I'm actually filling an analytical role here. So it's
Sure.
not actually what I was specialized in.
Yeah.
Still in the pursuit though. Now I was always interested in the business side. It just wasn't one of the areas that I studied at all. So I'm actually getting that knowledge today, especially, and
Actively,
food,
right,
yeah,
right,
yeah,
and practical knowledge.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
theoretical's awesome, and I love
Yeah,
theory,
yeah.
but practical, real, actual knowledge, actually
Oh,
solving the crisis in real time, boy, that teaches you.
Oh, and it helps a lot having a team here.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Sure,
I
people
could
to
not-
ask and
I
research
could not
that.
do this by myself, and I totally understand why there is this infrastructure that is built around these kind of things.
Yes, yes,
Holy
indeed.
cow.
So, okay, so now that leaves you kind of with a day that's going to be, we'll say, filled with learning and adventure and these kinds of things that are, we'll say, outside your typical field of expertise and all of that. So now, I would imagine some of that stuff, that goes all the way to things like helping at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because some of the things you learn out there at the front desk, literally like how to make good notes on a phone call and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, yeah. You know,
Wait
this
a
is
minute.
actually the first time.
Wait, just a second. On the way in here, I called and I talked to somebody at the front desk, and I was getting directions because I had been a bad steward. I hadn't written down the cell number or the address, right? I talked to somebody here who was really helpful.
That may have been me, actually. It was. That was most definitely me. And then look, here you are.
See?
I'm doing something right.
It worked out. It worked out good. Okay, so let's do this. So you've been particularly gracious with your time. Last thing I want to ask you is this. If I'm out there, I'm going to school right now, right? And I'm about to get out of school, and I'm wondering, are there good gigs, legitimate gigs in the cannabis industry? You're just out of school. Are there legitimate good gigs in the cannabis industry?
Yeah, you betcha. But just like any industry, new industry, it is relatively competitive.
Sure.
You
Bring
do
your
need
A
to-
game.
You need to reach out.
Yep.
You need to actually a great starting place would be just consulting with the Liquor Control Board's information online. They have they've released a list of applicants who have applied for licenses or in the process of getting their license or have their license.
Yep.
As far as a starting place, that's a great list to consult because those are your potential employers right there. Just that list by itself. It's on the Washington State Liquor Control Board website. It's like a tax obligation, so it's not immediately obvious
Sure.
what you might be looking for, but
Sure.
with a little guidance, you can probably find that. And I mean, there's new people every day, so the opportunity is there. You just have to be ready for it, and have your credentials in line, maybe a reference or two, and just largely this industry is fueled by people who want to help other people, who see where the cannabis industry could go, where it's been, and mostly it's all about customer service, honesty, integrity, everything that you look for in any major corporation. So, and there's a lot. I mean, the people here are just super friendly, pretty much by default. So, it's almost no bad days kind of thing. And if you're interested in that kind of thing, definitely pursue a job in the cannabis.
See, this is why we came out to DB3, because again, we know what you do is you go talk to intelligent, to smart people, right? And you ask them the questions and you learn. And I think it's fair to say we just did some learning. It is so nice of you, again, to take time from the complexity of a day that's not even your normal day, right? Where you're like outside of your gig. We just so appreciate it. It is neat. DB3 and the Zoots products are awesome. Can you do me a favor? Can you just tip the hat a little there? I kind of like that. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Here, we'll wave.
Very much.
Nice. Dude, fantastic
Right on.
work. Thank you so much.
That was wonderful.
Get a little
I
scatterbrained there
loved
sometimes.
it.
You know what's The Dope Show says,
Please,
stay safe,
and
stay legal,
it's great that cannabis has been legalized here in Washington.
but please,
Don't drive while you're high.
stay safe,
And
stay legal.
a public service message from
The Dope Show.
Legal Marijuana in Washington State.
How fun is that?
This message is sponsored by Sneaky Books. Find them online at
SneakyBooks.com.